Hi, I'm Patrick. This is July 30th. My daily news lessons help you increase your vocabulary by seeing and hearing a lot of English vocabulary every day. It only takes about 15 minutes a day. Let's get started with our daily news lesson by reviewing today's news headlines. Number 1, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro claimed victory on Monday in the country's presidential election. Number 2, a crowd of demonstrators met the Israeli Prime Minister as he visited the Golan Heights. Number 3, former South African President Jacob Zuma has been expelled from the African National Congress. Number 4, dozens of Wagner mercenaries were killed by militants and rebel groups. Number 5, the U.S. Midwest state of Iowa enforced a ban on abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Please don't forget to subscribe, and let's get to it.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro claimed victory on Monday in the country's presidential election, but opposition rival Edmundo Gonzalez claimed he was the victor and had the polling to prove it. Reuters correspondent Zachary Goldman reports.
The United States has said it has serious concerns that the results announced by the Electoral Authority do not reflect the votes of the people. Meanwhile, reactions from Latin American leaders were mixed. Argentine President Javier Milei called the official result a fraud, while Costa Rica and Peru rejected it, and Chile said it would not accept any result that was not verifiable. Russia and Cuba cheered Maduro's victory.
Reuters correspondent Zachary Goldman. A crowd of angry demonstrators protested Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday as he visited the site of Saturday's rocket strike that killed 12 children and teenagers in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. Dozens of people chanted, "Get out," and "Bibi is a murderer," holding signs as the prime minister met with local officials. During the visit, Netanyahu pledged to give a strong response to the deadly strike, which has been blamed on Iranian-backed Lebanese group Hezbollah. Hezbollah has denied any connection with the incident. British police say 2 children have died and 11 people injured in a stabbing in northwest England. Merseyside police said a 17-year-old boy was arrested and a knife seized after the bloody attack on Monday in Southport, a seaside town near Liverpool. Police say the attack happened at a community center where a Taylor Swift-themed dance and yoga event for primary school-aged children was held. A nearby shop owner says he saw between 7 and 10 bleeding children run from the building. Prime Minister Keir Starmer called the attack horrendous and deeply shocking. This is VOA News. Former South African President Jacob Zuma has been expelled from his longtime political home, the African National Congress, after throwing his support behind a rival political party and campaigning for it ahead of May's game-changing elections. Kate Bartlett has more from Johannesburg.
Jacob Zuma was a member of the African National Congress, or ANC, for 65 years. The octogenarian politician joined the anti-apartheid movement as a young man in 1959. Like fellow ANC stalwart Nelson Mandela, he was jailed on Robben Island for his part in the fight against white minority rule. Also like Mandela, Zuma went on to serve as president after the advent of South Africa's democracy, but his association with the storied movement saw an ignoble end on Monday. Kate Bartlett, VOA News, Johannesburg.
Dozens of Wagner mercenaries were killed by militants and rebel groups over the weekend in northern Mali in what one analyst described on Monday as the largest battleground blow to the shadowy Russian group in years. At least 2 others were taken captive. The Sahel specialist, who says he counted bodies in a video of the aftermath, estimates at least 50 Wagner fighters were killed in an al-Qaeda ambush along the border with Algeria. Wagner confirmed some of its fighters as well as Malian troops were killed in battle with hundreds of militants. Al-Qaeda asserted that 50 Wagner fighters were killed. The U.S. Midwest state of Iowa enforced a ban on abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy on Monday, becoming the 22nd state to impose broad restrictions on ending pregnancies since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned federal abortion rights in 2022. Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner has more.
Reuters spoke to women in the state capital of Des Moines about the new law. Several said they were opposed.
I think that it is something that really is not what the people here want.
Nobody should tell a woman what she can do with her body. It's not up to anybody but themselves to make that choice.
The new Iowa law makes exceptions for rape, incest, and fetal abnormality that a doctor reasonably believes is incompatible with life. But Liz Lenz, co-chair of the Iowa Abortion Access Fund, says those exceptions rarely work in practice.
Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner. Firefighters have made progress in the battle against wildfires covering massive areas and leaving a trail of damage in the western United States. The Park Fire in California had scorched an area greater than Los Angeles and was of more than 100 blazes burning in the U.S. on Monday.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.